We all know that a significant step towards becoming a homeowner for the first time is making the dreaded down payment. If you're new to the game, a down payment is a one-time sum that is calculated as a percentage of a mortgage. Most are typically 5% all the way to 25% in most cases, but as a new buyer you might be asking, how to buy a house for the first time with no money down? If you watch this entire video, I'll give you some of my fast and easiest ways to do this. But if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to watch our videos every day on real estate investing. Now consider these options when buying your first home. Number 1. Seller financing. Here's one of my favorites. Heck, no one said you have to go through a bank to get a loan in the first place. Sometimes sellers will finance the property for you, allowing you to negotiate any loan terms you want. This includes the possibility of buying a house with no money down. This works when the property owners have no mortgage and the house is completely paid off, or even sellers who inherited the property and don't know what to do with it. One reason could be maybe the property needs repairs and the seller just doesn't have the cash to make them. The point is that they're happy to accept regular monthly payments for the property. Heck, this is so they can avoid dealing with the hassle of real estate agents and commissions. But not every seller is open to owner financing, just know that many are. It's worth exploring with them, and it can prove an effective way to buy your first rental with no money down. Number 2. Zero down home loans for private lenders. You don't just have to rely on government-backed programs to be able to obtain a home loan with no down payment requirements. Mortgages with no down payment are also provided by some financial institutions, albeit this is less common than it was before the financial crisis of 2008. Several lenders offer loans with no down payment, including Navy Federal Credit Union and North American Savings Bank. Private mortgage insurance or PMI is not required by Navy Federal, but membership is necessary to qualify. According to NASB, only consumers with credit ratings of 700 or more are qualified for this mortgage. Number 3. Homebuyers assistance programs. In addition to low down payment loans, assistance programs and grant options can be available based on your individual financial and geographical circumstances. These programs could be able to assist with down payments and closing costs. Keep in mind that there are several versions of these programs in each state. To find out more, always research support services in your local area. Number 4. Assume the seller's mortgage. As I mentioned before about seller financing, let's say the seller isn't willing to directly finance the property to you. You still may be able to work out a deal with them on buying the house. This is by offering to assume the seller's mortgage to make payments on their behalf. Basically, you step into their loan, leaving you with only the remaining difference to come up with. The difference between this method and going through a bank or lender is when you buy a property with conventional financing, lenders often won't let you borrow the down payment. They basically want your skin in the game. But in this case, you're not even borrowing or financing a mortgage. You're simply assuring the existing one and paying the seller separately for any difference. That means you can even pay them however you want, whether it's money from family, friends, or even borrowing money from your credit card or a personal loan. Number 5. Veterans Affairs or VA loans. To be eligible for this type of loan, only veterans, active duty service members, and qualified surviving spouses can apply. Essentially, they are provided by VA-approved lenders and then insured by the VA. Doing this, you can get a home loan even if you have no down payment, since you don't have to pay mortgage insurance, which results in a cheaper monthly payment than with other no down payment options. Another benefit is that the VA reduced loan limits, allowing you to put no money down on properties at a higher price. The only issue here is that a funding fee is required when applying for a VA loan. It basically serves as insurance for the lender in the event of default. You can pay this fee at closing or finance it into your loan. Number 6. Private money. As you start to gain experience as a real estate investor and build a track record of success, there will be people around you who will become more open to lending you money themselves. This lets you borrow what's called private money loans from friends, family members, and other investors, and then negotiate loan terms that fit both parties. For example, let's say I lend money at 10% interest to a married couple who I know personally. They don't mind paying relatively high interest for 2 reasons. First, I didn't charge any points or fees or other closing costs at the beginning of the loan, which saved them thousands compared to a traditional loan or hard money loan. And second, I left the repayment date open-ended and presented the loan as interest only. Every single person you know is a potential private lender. You just need to establish trust and credibility with them. Do that and you'll never have trouble buying a house with no down payment again. Number 7. Partnerships. Now we've mentioned friends and family several times in this video as possible sources of money for your down payment. But who says lending your money is the only option? They may want to partner with you on a real estate deal. Imagine the following scenario. You don't have any money for a down payment, but you bring real estate investing knowledge and expertise. Your friend is the one who has money for a down payment, but maybe they have no time to spend learning the ropes of buying properties. Match made in heaven. They provide the down payment, you provide the knowledge and sweat. Chances are you know someone who's looking to diversify and invest some money in real estate, and rental properties produce passive income better than just about any other investment out there. Number 8. Credit cards. Contrary to popular belief, buying properties using credit cards are also worth exploring. This will be done through business credit cards. In an ideal scenario, you draw on unsecured business credit cards during an initial 0% interest period. Using a business credit company such as Fund and Grow, who helps you open between $150,000 to $200,000 in credit lines and credit cards on average, and they even show you how to pull money out at a 2.5% fee instead of the typical 3 to 4% cash advance fee. Not to mention, you get to make cash offers since you have the money available instantly. The funding is far more flexible than a mortgage, and often the cash advance fees are mitigated by the reward points. However, as for the interest, the trick is to pay that balance down, and you want to pay it fast. You're in a race against the clock at this point, so how quickly can you pay off a credit card balance? If the answer is within a few months, it's a promising strategy. If the answer is within a few years, sorry, but you may want to think again. But at least you'll have rental income from your property to help you pay it down faster. What are the benefits of down payment free loans? Well, first, the obvious reason is you don't need to spend all of your cash on a down payment or wait until you have enough money saved. Not only that, but you won't need to worry about paying mortgage insurance on top of your loan payments. All of that money you are saving can be used for other important things, such as adding capital into an emergency fund. What are the drawbacks of no down payment loans? Unfortunately, there are some things you need to keep in mind. The interest rate on a loan will probably be greater if it is not backed by a government agency. Also, the origination and funding fees will normally be greater due to the lender. And to those with poor credit, unfortunately, it is much harder to get approved in some cases. Although there are some requirements, it is possible to purchase a home with no money down. With all of the grant possibilities and low down payment mortgages, you might find the perfect opinion for you. I highly suggest speaking with a home loan counselor if you're a first-time home buyer to locate the mortgage that best meets your requirements. If you found some help in any way, make sure to hit the thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm so it can be spread to more people. If you want a complete breakdown on how to buy a rental property with no money down, which I haven't covered in this video, watch this video next where I'll go step by step and show you how it's done. So click the video on the screen now and I'll see you in the next one.